This prophecy reveals the nation the Antichrist might come from. What if I told you that buried within the pages of ancient prophecy lies a code? A code that reveals exactly where the most feared figure in human history will emerge from. You're about to discover something that biblical scholars have debated for centuries, but here's what they don't want you to know. The clues have been hiding in plain sight all along. But first, let me show you something that will make your skin crawl. Picture this. It's 553 BC. The most powerful empire in the world has just conquered your homeland. You're in exile, a prisoner in a foreign land. And then you have a dream that will haunt humanity for the next 2.5 millennia. This man's name was Daniel, and what he saw in that vision would become the roadmap for identifying the Antichrist's origin. But here's the part that will blow your mind. Daniel didn't just see one vision, he saw multiple visions, and when you piece them together, and I mean really piece them together, they point to a specific geographic region with laser-like precision. We'll show you exactly how in just a moment, but first, you need to understand what Daniel actually saw, because this is where our investigation begins. In the first year of Belshazzar, king of Babylon, Daniel had a dream and visions of his head while on his bed. Then he wrote down the dream, telling the main facts. Daniel spoke, saying, "I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the 4 winds of heaven were stirring up the great sea, and 4 great beasts came up from the sea, each different from the other." Now, most people think they understand what Daniel saw. They think it's just symbolic. But what if I told you that every single detail in this vision corresponds to actual historical empires, and that the final beast contains a hidden clue about modern geography? But Daniel's vision gets even more specific. He saw something that modern scholars are just beginning to understand. I was considering the horns, and there was another horn, a little one, coming up among them, before whom 3 of the first horns were plucked out by the roots. And there, in this horn, were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking pompous words. That little horn is the Antichrist. And Daniel just told us he'll emerge from among the other horns, but here's what will shock you. The identity of those other horns points to a specific region of the world, and when you understand which region, everything else falls into place. Some believe the 7 heads in John's vision represent 7 successive empires. 5 had already fallen by John's time, 1 was currently ruling, that's Rome, and 1 was yet to come. But the beast itself represents an 8th empire that emerges from the 7. This is the key to understanding the Antichrist's political origin. Because of this, many believe the Antichrist won't create a new empire from scratch. He'll emerge from the remains of previous empires. And when you identify which empires John was referring to, you can pinpoint exactly which modern nations could produce the Antichrist.